Welcome back to Modestly Fit, where we're putting a difference with getting fit modestly. And today, this is part two from the part one video where I'm talking about what I would do differently on my weight loss journey if I had to start over. And part two of this is how I train to lose fat and build muscle if I had to start over. So, section one, exercise basics. And again, I will be talking to the beginner who has no idea where to start when it comes to training, when it comes to exercising. I am talking to that person. If that's you, make sure you stay tuned in. All right, for exercise basics, why does exercise matter? Exercise burns calories and it builds strength. It also boosts the mood, heart health, and metabolism. And strength training helps you build muscle, and strength training builds lean muscle, which helps you burn fat even at rest. So if I've done strength training, for example, and I'm sitting here, I can be burning fat while I'm sitting here. The next thing, what are reps? What are sets? All right, so a rep is one complete movement. For example, the squat. A set is a group of reps. For example, 10 rep equals one set. Okay, so let's say the squat, for example. If you do the squat for 10 times or 10 reps, that would equal one set. And in between sets, you want to rest. But I usually like to take my rest between 30 seconds into a minute, and then you go right back into the rep, doing however many reps, and that makes it a set. I usually do about 2 to 3 sets. So let's say I'm doing the squat, I'm doing the Romanian deadlifts, I'm doing lunges. Let's say those 3 exercises. I do 15 reps for each set. So I got the squat, Romanian deadlifts, and the lunges. I'm doing 15 reps for each one, and I'll do 2 to 3 sets of those exercises. So in total, I'm doing 15 times 2 or 3 of the squats, 15 times 2 or 3 of the Romanian deadlifts, and 15 times 2 or 3 of the lunges. Next up, what is split training? Split training is working on different muscle groups on different days. So that's why you hear, for example, upper body, lower body, core and cardio, and then full body. Split training is great to minimize the fatigue in the muscle and just to progress safely. Instead of working the same muscle every day, you want to give it a rest, let it recover. All right, section two, we're going to be talking about building muscle and losing fat. All right, in this section, we're going to talk about what is progressive overload. And progressive overload is gradually increasing your weight, increasing the reps, or increasing the difficulty. Meaning, let's say push-ups, for example. I remember when I could do probably 1 to 2 push-ups. And then over time, I was able to do more and more push-ups. So that's a progressive overload without using the weight. So you just want to increase in weight and the amount of reps that you do, or increase in the difficulty. That's progressive overload. And with progressive overload is how your muscles grow and adapt. And without progressive overload, your progress will stall. So let's say you start off with a 10-pound weight. If you're just constantly, month 1, you're lifting 10 pounds. Month 2, lifting the same 10 pounds. Month 3, we should have been able to build up some strength, some momentum. And so you want a progressive overload. So from the 10, let's say you're 10 in month 1. Month 2, you might want to try 15, even though your reps may not be as much. But if you're lifting heavier, over time, your body will adapt and grow to lifting at 15, where you can move to the 20 and the 25 and so forth. So that's progressive overload. All right, next, how do the muscles grow? So tiny tears from lifting. So when we lift, the muscle is tearing. We tear the muscle. The muscle is not being built right away during the lift. So you want to get it in, and the muscle is not building right away, but the muscle is being torn down. there are tears in the muscle fiber. When the body's at rest, that's when the muscle repairs, that's when the muscle gets stronger, and then that's when the muscle build. So the importance with muscle building, you want to make sure you get your protein intake. Each meal, you want to make sure you have something protein. Lean meats, not high in fats, but more leaner meats. And if you're vegan or vegetarian, then you can opt for a high protein meal, beans, tofu, something like that, or a source where you get your protein from. And you want to prioritize sleep and rest days. It's important to have rest days to let the body recover, let the muscles build and do what they do. That's why we talk about the split. Even if you do 7 days, if you're splitting those particular muscle groups, are still getting a rest day. So let's say you're doing upper body, but you did lower body the day before. So when you're doing the upper body, the lower body is at rest. So even if you decide to work out every day of the week, as long as you're doing a splitting those muscle groups up and not working them all every day, but let the muscles have rest day. And I do want to emphasize, you don't get bulky from lifting weight. You get tone, you get definition. You won't be all bulked up, all right? So if anybody having a fear of lifting because you think you're going to bulk up, I'm a witness. You will not bulk up. And I had a fear of getting bulky for years, but I enjoy what weightlifting does to my body. Next up, how do I lose body fat? How do I lose body fat? I prioritize strength training and I do cardio. Cardio burns calories. Strength training builds the muscle. When the muscle is being built, lean muscle burns calories. It burns fat, as I mentioned, even in rest. When you do cardio, cardio burns calories, but it does not build muscle. So we want to have them together like peanut butter and jelly. Have that together. Strength training, cardio. I love it. Okay. And I've grown to love it. And if first starting out, I hated cardio. I could barely walk up a flight of stairs. I hated it. But I started off walking slowly for about, I think I started with 15 minutes. Just went and did just a walk. And then I continued that every day. And then it increased to 20 minutes, increased to 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 50 minutes. And over time, I love the way it made me feel afterwards. It was like I got a boost of energy. I just felt good overall. I wasn't bloated if I walked after I ate when I first started out. And so over time, with consistency, I began to love what it was, how my body was changing, what it was doing for my body. Incorporating cardio with strength training, which is what I do. I usually start with cardio first. Some like to do the strength training first and then the cardio afterward. I personally like to get my cardio on out the way, and I usually do 30 minutes of cardio. If I have more time, I'll go up to 40-45 minutes, but most times I'm on a crunch schedule, so I get 30 minutes of cardio in, and then after my 30 minutes of cardio, I get to my strength training. It usually take me about, I say about 45 minutes to an hour, depending on how many sets. If I really have some time to get just a real good workout in, 45 minutes to an hour. If I have less time, then I'll just decrease my sets or reps that I'm doing. So to lose body fat, prioritize strength training and cardio, peanut butter and jelly. That goes together. Another important thing, two very important things to lose body fat. And this is the takeaway of everything to losing body fat: being in a calorie deficit and keeping insulin low. Being in a calorie deficit and keeping insulin low. That body fat is going to melt like nobody's business. Okay? My goodness. Calorie deficits, keeping insulin levels low, not spiking them too much, and consuming excessive carbs keeps the insulin high. And sugar, gotta watch the sugar. I can't say this enough. If you for real about this, I know starting off making these changes, it's going to be hard. I'm not going to tell you, I'm not going to sit up here and tell you that it's going to be easy. It's not going to be easy, especially when you're not used to doing this and now your body is having to do something that is not used to doing. It's not going to be easy. It's not. It's going to be hard. And that's where you have to make up in your mind, I'm doing this. I'm going to make this change for me. I'm going to do this for me. And that's what I had to do. I had to look myself in the mirror and say, Rochelle, What are we doing? You want to change, you want to look this certain way, you want to feel comfortable in your clothes, but what are you doing to make it happen? You can wish for it, you can want it, you can say this, you can talk it, but what actions are you doing to make it come to pass? What are you doing? Are you going to continue to eat all crazy? That's not going to get you the results that you want. And I really had to talk, like, I really had to talk to myself and put myself in check for real. And when I started my weight loss journey, I wrote a note to myself on my refrigerator. And I told myself, you know, we're sticking to this. And I had to get hard on myself. And every day I just kept showing up until, like, I just started seeing my body change. I started to see my mindset change. And it was difficult starting off. I was out of breath and I was really upset with myself because I had really let myself go and didn't even realize over time how much my body had changed. Because when you're seeing yourself every day, you don't notice those changes. It wasn't until someone had took a picture of me and I looked at the picture and I'm like, whoa. Why ain't nobody tell me I got this big? Why didn't nobody tell me? I was disgusted with myself because I had let myself go and just kept saying, okay, Monday I'm gonna start. Monday come, I'm gonna start next Monday. I wanna eat this, I wanna do this. And that was just a cycle. Then a Monday would come and I would start that Monday, maybe Tuesday, and then I fall off and I lack consistency. But it was till I looked myself in the mirror and I said, we're doing this. And I'm telling you, do this for you. Let it go beyond the desire, beyond the want, beyond the wish. You see that image that you want to be. You see those areas that you want to lose. And I'm here to encourage you that I'm a witness. Let's make it happen. Don't wish and want it to happen. Let's make it happen. I done got all off topic because I'm passionate about that because I remember the state of mind I was in. I remember the place I was in, and I'm never letting myself get back to the place. Never let myself get back to that mindset of that I can't do it. I'll just be like this and people just gonna have to just deal with it. No, you don't have to just deal with it. You can make a change and start off slow, making small changes, and then you'll be happy and be proud of yourself. If I could use the term, you'll be happy of the results that you get, and it makes you want to push more. It makes you confident and know that you can do this. I went off to a tangent. Let me get back on track, looking at my notes. So we're on to the last section, section 3, tools and supplements. So do weekly weigh-ins on a scale that tracks not only your weight, but your body fat as well. And you want to track your body fat percentage, not just the pound. All right. And apple cider vinegar, that is your best friend. It's so crazy that I'm saying this because I could not stand the taste or the smell of apple cider vinegar. I could not stand it. Like, it made me gag. I couldn't stand it. And I learned more about the health benefits of it, and I just kept trying it until now it's just a staple and it does my body good. It helps slightly with the blood sugar and the appetite. And these are things I'm considering now because starting off on my weight loss journey, I didn't take any supplements. I did different research and see what supplements I could use for my body that would aid in my weight loss journey and my muscle building journey. And some supplements I considered was a multivitamin, multi-mineral vitamin, protein powder, omega-3s, ashwagandha for stress reduction, BCAA to aid in muscle recovery. And with these supplements, they're not a substitute for weight loss. They're to aid in the weight loss, muscle building. So the focus is on the food. Focus on the food. Have to change the diet and not to just do it just to get results and then go back to unhealthy eating habits. That's not going to work. Okay. You have to find what works for you. Something that you can sustain for a lifetime. That is very, very, very important. If you don't remember anything else from this video, remember you have to find what works for you, something that you can can sustain for a lifetime healthily. Okay, you may fall off track a day or two. You don't want to, okay, well, I ate pie this day, so I might as well just go ahead and eat the high sugary, high fat breakfast, lunch, dinners, crazy snack, and just go all overboard and mess up your progress. No, get right back on track. And that's another thing I wish I knew when starting my journey. You're gonna have days that you slip up. You're gonna have days where you go off your plan, and that's okay. Just get back on it and continue to be consistent with it. And that's one of the main struggles I would do every time I did something. Well, I messed up, so I might as well just go all in. No, don't go all in. If you mess up on your plan, get back on track. You can do this. You can find that you'll be consistent. You fall off again, get right back on track. And I learned that through trial and error. And I'm here to tell you from my mistakes, learn from them. Just get back on track. Another thing that I'll share in this video, what I wish I knew when I first started my weight loss journey, my muscle building journey, is that you can't out train a bad diet. Like, you just can't. You can work out 5 days a week, 5 times, and if you're eating unhealthy meals, high processed meals every day you're doing that workout, poor eating blocks your progress. You have to fuel your body well. Don't punish it with doing workouts and overworking and trying to overwork all the calories that you consume. I tried it. It doesn't work. I would think, okay, I have fast food, for instance, for a meal, and then I'll get on the treadmill, go ahead, try to walk it off, jog it off, and then I go do my strength training. It doesn't work. You can't eat like that consistently, consecutively, and still doing the workouts. You won't see progress. You won't see the progress how you want to see the progress. And then you'll find yourself just feeling bloated and just lacking energy. You got to get the food together first, what we're eating. The truth of the matter is, if you did minimal exercise, but you ate well and your diet is good for the majority of the part, at least 80%, you'll find that your body will reduce fat. You'll find that you'll be losing weight. So you can't out train a bad diet. You can't eat what you want, eat what tastes good all the time, keep your insulin high, not being in the calorie deficit. It's not going to work like that. All right, so remember to fuel your body well. Whole foods, lean protein, water. It goes without saying. The body needs water. Gotta cut out the sodas, the sugary drinks, and you just gotta make substitutes for those things. If you're starting off and you're into sugary drinks, sodas, you wanna cut out the sugary drinks and get a substitute until you're able to just go without it. So if you've been feeling stuck and confused, I hope this video gave you the clarity that you need. Take what works for you and start small. Just don't quit. Comment below, what's one thing you're changing after hearing this? So this wraps it up. Let's stay strong. Let's stay covered. Let's stay confident. And let's get fit modestly.